So welcome back everyone. I hope you've done the exercise of talking to your parents, because if you did, I promise you, you will feel connected. You will feel like a part of your, what can I say? The word we use is heaviness is gone. You will feel light, ek boj halka lagega if you let go of these complaints, if you let go of these stories. Now it's time to work towards yourself, which is to let go of all your complaints against yourself as well. And this is where we need to learn a concept called as reflection theory. Everyone write this called reflection theory. Now, before I get into reflection theory, what we need is a lot of more energy, because this is a very powerful exercise. So all of you, please switch on your videos quickly, and everyone stand up. Come on, everyone stand up quickly. And you know what we are going to do? We're going to dance, we're going to have some fun, we're going to increase the energy level. And once the energy goes up, only then we will learn the reflection theory. So 1, 2, 3. Coming in Vinay! And going to Pinky! Come on! Alright, I come back to myself, and everyone start clapping together. Let's go! Move, move, move! Level 2, higher clapping! Come on, go, 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 go! People who are for the first time, just keep clapping harder! Come on, go! Show me your hands! Yeah! Yes! Awesome, take your hands like this, and here's the question. Is it possible? Say yes! Come on, is it possible? Say yes! Can you love yourself? Say yes! Give yourself a high five and say, I love myself. Now come to the gallery view, everyone. Let's give each other a high five and say, I love myself. Let's go. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go, everyone. Unmute.
Love myself.
All right. So everyone take a seat. Everyone take a seat quickly. And what is the energy? Quickly tell me with your hands. Low, medium, or high. Where is the energy, everyone? Awesome. Now, with this energy, are you ready to learn how to love and accept yourself for Ever. Like nobody in the world will ever be able to trouble you without your permission. How many of you ready to learn this theory called as the reflection theory? Ready? Awesome. So, what is the reflection theory? The reflection theory is what will give you the ability to instantly love and accept yourself. And the more you love and accept yourself, what happens is you're filled up with the frequency of love and acceptance within you. What do you want from other people? You want other people to love and accept you? What did I say? The first step is all about being the kind of person that you want to attract. First, you got to be in love with yourself. First, you got to accept yourself. Now, how do you really do that? How do you find out every time you're hating yourself? How do you find out every time you're upset with yourself? It's a very hidden point, but a very powerful point. In the reflection theory, it's all about the word reflection. When you go in front of the mirror and you see that your face is not looking good enough, like how many of you realize when you wake up in the morning, you don't really look good? How many of you agree with me? When you wake up in the morning, you're never looking good, right? So if you wake up in the morning and your face is all like suja hua, eyes are swollen, hair is all spoiled, and you look at yourself and you don't like yourself and you hit the mirror and you break the mirror, what will that change on your face? Nothing, right? So changing the mirror does not change you. Please write this down, everyone. Changing or breaking the mirror does not change you. So here is the best part about the reflection theory. Every time you are hurt in a relationship, every time you're hurt, any negative emotion you feel in your life in a relationship is always because of a reflection. Okay, write this down. Every negative emotion we feel in a relationship is always because of a reflection. What is a reflection? So, for an example, if I am angry with the government for not being organized during the COVID situation, how many people have been a little irritated with the government sometimes about not being organized during the COVID situation? Raise your hands. Like you've cribbed and complained about it sometimes, yes? If you've cribbed and complained about it, here is why. It's your reflection that you see and you're bothered about that reflection. And you're irritated with your own reflection. What do you mean by that? I mean, you're irritated about that part of you which is also disorganized. You hate yourself being disorganized. How many people hate being disorganized? So every time you will see disorganization in other people, you will hate them for it. Yes or no? Simple. So you hate that part of you. And because you hate that part of you, you're attracting more of these people. Why? What is a relationship? Everybody remembers the definition. The relationship definition is it is an opportunity to own the disowned parts of you. It is an opportunity to own the disowned parts of you. Yes or no? So for an example, Akansha hates talking badly to people. Akansha hates getting angry. Akansha hates hurting other people. Am I right, Akansha? You don't like hurting people. But when you see your mother, you hate that part of you. So you're like, how can somebody behave like that? Well, that's because you don't allow yourself to behave like that. And here is the problem because of that. Are there times in your life, Akansha, when you need to be angry, but you're not able to, and because of which it becomes a big problem for you? Yes or no? Yes. Right? Sometimes people take you for granted, Akansha. Yes or no? And you feel very bad that people take advantage of you. Yes or no?
Yes, many times.
And you feel, why the hell am I not able to get angry with people sometimes?
Same.
I'll tell you why. Because you've been hating that anger part of you and you've not allowed that part of you to flourish. So when you see your mother behaving like that, you get angry. So you're not actually hating your mother, you're hating that part of you in reflection. But if you could allow yourself to be like your mother, if you could allow yourself to be angry, little upset, and hurt people sometimes when it is necessary, you'll realize that it's okay to be a little like your mother because that part is also necessary. All of you, please write this down. All negative emotions are necessary. Not a single emotion in the world is unnecessary. All negative emotions are necessary, right? So the reason you feel bad when you hit your son is because you regret, because you hate that part of you that is like your mother. But the fact is, sometimes you need to be angry with children. How many of you agree with me on this? Raise your hand. Sometimes you need to be angry with your children. Anger is good. Sometimes it stops people from doing the wrong things. Yes or no? But Akansha would hate herself for it. So if you really want to stop hating your mother, here is what you should do, everyone. You need to accept that part of you first, which you hate in the other person. Write this down, everyone. what I hate in the other person, if I accept that part of me, what I hate in the other person, if I accept that part of me, I'll stop hating the other person automatically. Because you are, by the way, let me clarify this. You were never hating the other person. You were never hating the other person is just a mirror. Please write this down. The other person is only a mirror. They are just a mirror showing you your disowned parts. Like, I'll give you an example. Indu, can you tell me earlier what was your biggest reflection that made you angry? Sorry, I muted you by mistake. Yes.
Okay. Couple of them. One was being unorganized because I'm super organized. But one day Sahil asked me that in which area you are unorganized. And I said, me and unorganized? Absolutely not. And then
That was
and
not Sahil, na? That was Amit.
हाँ,
Amit.
on behalf of Sahil.
Sahil, yeah.
Sahil ने उसको feed किया था.
Correct.
So Amit hardly knows me. So Sahil, then I asked, then I replied to Amit saying no. Then he told me that, what about your health, workout? Are you organized? And I said, no. And that's what he said. That's the reflection. You are hating that part of you where you are unorganized. When it comes to exercising, workout, walk, even now I'm superb inconsistent. That's one area where I'm absolutely inconsistent. And that part I hate about myself.
Used
And
to.
used to, okay. So but I when I look at unorganized people, I used to get really annoyed with people, but now I don't, because the moment I get annoyed, I remember that okay, there is one area where I am unorganized
Yeah.
and I'm not able to fix it. So similarly, those people are also having challenge in fixing their being organized. To
Yeah.
start with, I have one unorganized, most unorganized person in my life, and and I am okay with that. So
You don't have a choice. You are married to me now.
so I don't fight with him every day. That means I've accepted that part of being unorganized in my life.
That's true. That's true. And what I really mean is that Indu really doesn't have a reaction about it anymore. It's not like she's saying it for the sake of it.
No.
She really, like, unorganized people cannot bother her anymore. Whether it's me or whether somebody else. It just doesn't bother her anymore because she doesn't hate that part of herself anymore. So in the reflection, she doesn't see hate. How many of you are understanding what I'm saying now? In the reflection, she doesn't see, like when she's looking at me right now, she doesn't see someone whom she would hate because that's not the part of her that she hates. It's as simple as that. Okay? I'll give you my example now, everyone. So in my example, I'll tell you the biggest thing that I used to get triggered by. It's a very weird thing, but this is the biggest thing that I used to get triggered by. Since I learned about the whole idea of responsibility, whenever I saw people not taking responsibility and getting irritated, it used to bother me a lot. Like if I ever saw short-tempered people, if I saw people who would react very fast or people who would immediately blame somebody for something, like, kya blame karta hai? Like, take some responsibility in life. And I realized there is a part of me which is also irresponsible, and I hate that part of me. I hate that part of me. And that's the part of me that I needed to accept. Because what I was hating in the other person was not that person, but was a part of me in that reflection of unorganized, in my case, irresponsible. If you really come and see me in my life, I'm very irresponsible. And I have no problems about saying it anymore because I've loved and accepted that part of me now completely. How many of you can hear me saying right now, I am irresponsible? How many of you can hear there is no pain, there is no regret, there is no hate when I'm saying I'm irresponsible? Yes or no? I really don't have a problem saying that. And Indu is smiling right now because she knows I've really accepted myself that way. Like many times Indu says, you are irresponsible. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Thank you. Now, if I don't hate that part of me, somebody tells me that part of me, will I be irritated at the other person? Hello? No. So whenever someone tells you, so here's another example of a reflection theory. If you tell a black person you're black and they hate the idea about being black, will they get angry? Yes or no? Yes. You tell a black person saying you're black, it's like, how can you say that? That's because they've not accepted themselves as black. Yes or no? Now, if you tell a short person that he's or she's short, they get irritated. Yes or no? Because they don't like the fact that they are short. If you tell me you're short, I'm like, yeah, I am. If you tell me you have no hair on your head, I'm like, huh, that's true. Ganja hu. I don't have a problem with that. But if you tell somebody here, your ganja people, like, how can you talk to me like that? That's because you've not accepted that part of you. So when somebody else tells you the same thing, you get irritated. Every negative emotion that you experience in your life, every negative emotion that you experience in your life is because of a lack of acceptance about you for that part that you see in the other person. So now here's the exercise I want you to do. But before that, first, have you got 100% clarity about what a reflection theory is? It is very simple. Have you got clarity about what the reflection theory is? It's very simple. If I get irritated or angry or sad or hurt or anything because of another person, that person is not what making me hurt. It's part of me that I see in the other person that's making me hurt. Is everyone clear about this? Okay, here is an example of this. I used to get really hurt about the fact that my father is not taking responsibility. And I turned out to be the most irresponsible person in my life. That's an irony. But that's the way it is. The more you hate something, the more you become like it, by the way. The more you hate something, the more you become like it. But now I'm like, यार मेरे डैड ने शायद पिछले जन्म में कुछ अच्छे काम किए होंगे जिसकी वजह से इस जन्म में उनको काम नहीं करना पड़ रहा है. Yes or no? What is my problem in that? Why am I so jealous? Have you seen some people who don't have to work? They always get everything in their hands. Yes or no? And are you really irritated when you look at them? Come on, let's be honest. How many of you are irritated when you look at people जिनको मुफ्त में बहुत कुछ मिल जाता है और उनको कुछ काम नहीं करना पड़ता है? नहीं, लाइक कितना मेहनत करता हूं मैं, इसको देखो कुछ नहीं करता फिर भी इसको लाइफ में इतना मिल जाता है. Raise your hands if you feel like that. Come close to my camera. You're jealous of them. You're jealous of them. You hate that part of you which has to work hard to achieve everything that you have today. Yes or no? And you hate that you don't have that freedom. You hate that you are not that person. Yes or no? But here is the problem. Because you hate that part of you in that person, listen to this carefully now. Listen to me very carefully. Because you hate that part in that person, you don't get things effortlessly. You always have to work hard for it. How many of you just understood what I said? समझ में आया मैंने क्या बोला? क्योंकि आप अपने उस पार्ट से नफरत करते हो जिसको फ्री नहीं मिलना चाहिए, आसानी से नहीं मिलना चाहिए, इसलिए आपको जिंदगी में स्ट्रगल करना पड़ता है. So the moment you see somebody जिसको बिना मेहनत के मिलता है, you're like, कैसा इंसान है यार? Because you've not accepted that part of you. But the moment you accept that part of you, and now you see the same person and you're like, wow, yaar, very lucky. You might even go and congratulate them saying, wow, you're very lucky in your life. Like, here's an example. How many of you have ever seen, has any of you ever gone for a jungle safari? Hello? Has any of you ever gone for a jungle safari? Or you've seen a jungle in a television? Hello? And you've seen these wild animals over there? Yes or no? Do you know that human beings pay money to go to a jungle safari? Yes or no? Animals must be thinking these people are stupid or what? इतना मेहनत करते हैं, पैसा खर्च करके हमको देखने के लिए आते हैं. But if you really think about it, what do people do when they go for a jungle safari? They sit in a jeep, okay? And they see a giraffe going by, they're like, wow, giraffe. If you really think about it, what you really love to go there and see is the freedom that these animals have, and you find it beautiful. How many human beings have seen animals and you're like, wow, what free birds. They can do whatever they want, wherever they want. Yes or no? But the problem is, some of you probably hate that part of you. Yes or no? So and how do I know you hate that part of you? If you see irresponsible people, you get irritated at them. That's your reflection. How many of you can honestly accept that today? Are you realizing why your law of attraction is full of struggle?
Mitesh, I have a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, Raja, just give me 1 minute. Let's just complete this pattern and I'll come to the question section. Okay, because most of your questions might get cleared here. So, here's another example. How many of you hate people who manipulate? How many of you hate people who manipulate? Okay, let me be very clear. There is a part of you that needs to learn how to manipulate, and you don't know the single thing about manipulation, and you hate that part of you. Yes or no? And that is why you hate that person. You're not hating that person. You are hating the part of you doesn't know how to manipulate. So when you see that in the other person, your part of you is like jealous, like इसको क्यों hate manipulate करना आता है, मुझे क्यों नहीं आता है? But do you need to manipulate in life sometimes? Hello? For the good intentions? Yes or no? Yeah, of course. Like, how many parents manipulate their children to have good food? Raise your hands. Right? जैसे I remember this when I was a child. I remember my mother. My neighbor used to eat non-veg. Maharashtrian family, they used to eat non-veg and they used to eat mutton. Now I've kind of quit non-veg now, but at that age I had no idea that non-veg is bad for me. So I used to like it. So I went to my neighbor's house one day, had mutton. Now we are a Marwadi family. We couldn't eat non-veg at home. We couldn't make non-veg at home. So when I think I was about 7 or 8 years old, my mother, she used to make mutton for me every day, and I was so happy. Like, wow, my mother makes mutton for me. And it was only later when I grew up, I realized what my mom always called mutton was actually shenga. Anybody knows what is shenga? Indu, what is it called in English? Drumsticks. Drumsticks. Anybody's ever had drumsticks, sabji? So my mom always made that as the pieces of drumsticks. So I used to eat it like this, right? It like a bone. So I always thought that was mutton all my life. Yeah, okay. No, it's not kamal kakadi. The drumsticks is separate.
Drumsticks.
Drumsticks.
Moringa.
मोरिंगा या मोरिंगा
सांबर में डलता है
सांबर में डलता है करेक्ट तो वो मैंने ना मटन समझ के खाया बहुत साल नाउ दैट इज द काइंड ऑफ मैनिपुलेशन पेरेंट्स हैव टू डू टू मेक देयर चिल्ड्रन फील गुड यस और नो बट you need everyone write this down. Every quality is necessary. जैसे मैंने बोला every emotion is necessary, every quality is necessary. There are times in life you need to learn how to manipulate. Yes or no? You do for good intentions. But if you hate that part of you, then you'll never learn that. And you will show that hatred to the person who's good at it. Are you getting this, everyone? Or you're hating a part of you that manipulates in another area of life and you don't accept that part of you. For an example, how many wives here manipulate their husbands? Come on, let's be absolutely honest, okay? Don't lie to me. How many girls here manipulate their husbands? Come on. And your husbands never come to know. Right? So I'm not going to ask you to reveal your manipulation details right now, but like, okay, Indu's also raising hands right now. So all of you do. And then when you see other girls who are manipulative, like, kitni manipulative hai ye? Arey, you're hating a part of you who manipulates your husband. Are you clear, everyone? Now I'll tell you the best place where you can catch your reflections. If you could, write this down, everyone. If you could find all your reflections and accept yourself, if you could catch all your reflections and accept yourself in every area of your reflection, you'll fall in love with yourself. You'll completely heal yourself. And as a result of that, you'll never hate other people, because you remember what I said, you never hate others. You're just hating a part of you all the time. A disowned part of you. अपना एक हिस्सा जो आपने गिव अप कर दिया, डिसोन कर दिया है, आप उसको नफरत कर रहे थे सामने उस इंसान के अंदर. So I'll tell you the best place where you can find all your reflections. How many of you want to see one place जहां आपके 15, 20, 25 रिफ्लेक्शन एक घंटे में दिख जाएंगे? How many of you interested in seeing all those reflection in one place? Okay. कोई भी उठा के पिक्चर देख लो 2 घंटे की. कोई भी पिक्चर देख लो 2 घंटे की. अब जितनी बार आपको पिक्चर में रोना आता है, जितनी बार आपको पिक्चर में गुस्सा आता है, ये आपका रिफ्लेक्शन है. Like, how many of you, when watching a serial, get really irritated at a particular character? Raise your hands. Come on. Any character you get irritated at, that's your reflection. Any character you get emotional by, that's your reflection. So, in real life, if you want to see who irritates you, who kind of bothers you, just make a list of all those people who hurt you very easily. Just make a list of people who make you angry, who make you sad, who make you feel any negative emotion. And in 5 minutes, you'll have at least 15, 20 items which are your reflections that you hate about you. If you could love that part of you, if you could accept that part of you, believe me, you'll heal every part of your reflection. And then when you see every mirror, all you will see is beauty. You'll see beauty because you'll say, wow, I love that part of me. You'll be like, wow, कितना अच्छे से manipulate किया ना उसने. You'll not hate people for manipulation because you'll not hate that part of you. Are you getting what I'm saying, everyone?
Mitesh,
So let's do this exercise. Yes, Indu.
do you mind taking morning's Deepa's example?
Can you elaborate?
दीपा दीपा
आप
can
आप ले लो ना।
नहीं नहीं आप ही लो
नहीं
इट्स
नहीं, आप ही लो।
नहीं नहीं मैं
वो नित्या ने मेरे को सिखाया है, जिसने आइडिया दिया उसी को बोलने का करने के लिए। आप करो अभी।
दीपा do you want to come on video
कहाँ है दीपा? दीपा इज हियर।
दीपा
दीपा है क्या?
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दीपा ऐसा कुछ उसने नाम चेंज किया अपना
या, क्वीन ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी।
क्वीन ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दीपा
I can't see her. I think she may have gone.
no I told her
She was there in the beginning. I saw her, but I think she may have gone. But can you just explain the example?
yeah you remember she was discussing in the morning about she and
Yeah,
her friends
yeah,
getting into
correct.
a fight and argument so this is a good place to take that case study as a reflection
Yeah,
comes I'll call message her if she
correct.
joins again.
So, whenever others are cheating us, so here is a good question in the chat window about Sanjay is asking, when someone cheats you, how that reflects me? Very simple. There is a part of you that doesn't know how to cheat, and you hate that part of you. There is a part of you that cheats somewhere else, and you don't like that part of you, and that is why you hate that person. Yes or no? Simple as that. It's the same as manipulation. So now let's take Raja's question. Yes, Raja.
No, if I'm not going to cheat somebody, it's good, right? I'm being very honest, right? I don't want to cheat anyone, right? If
Okay.
I,
All
I
right. So
May
let's
I
take an example, Raja. Let's take an example, Raja.
answer that?
Sorry, Indu?
May I answer that?
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course.
So, Raja, you may not cheat anybody else, but you may cheat on yourself. For
Good
example,
answer.
cheating on diet, cheating while brushing your teeth, cheating in terms of you saying that I'll get up at 6, but getting up at 6:30.
You saying I'll not eat late night, but eating late
They're
night.
all cheating. These are all cheating. So when you don't like it, and that part of you don't like about yourself,
Yeah,
and hence when you see somebody cheating, you don't like that person also.
yeah.
okay, cheating money, it was, I don't like to cheat somebody with money.
So cheating is cheating, Raja. The moment you see somebody cheating, if you don't like that, it's because a part of you hates yourself for cheating. And if you observe, I told you this earlier about your own pattern. You're very hard on yourself. You remember that day I said it? Every time you find a mistake about yourself, you're like, how stupid I am. You hate so many parts of you that you will easily find others whom you can hate or you may dislike because that's the part of you that you dislike. Those many parts you dislike. And these people will keep coming in your life. Do you know why? Because that
Uh,
reflection is inside you, it's your frequency. So you're going to keep attracting those people in your life.
how do I come out of this? Really, is very scary for me.
I'll tell you how. Simple. Please repeat with me. I am also a cheater.
I'm also a cheater. Okay, that's it.
You tell me how did you feel? Don't go on concepts. Check how you're feeling. Isn't that true? Now
Yeah,
think of the cheater. Now think of the cheater. Check how you feel.
yeah.
It's really as simple as that.
Just the scale is different.
Just the scale is different. Which doesn't mean, now, let me clarify this. That doesn't mean that you have to become that person's best friend. But what I'm saying is, if that person is bothering you, like you come in front of the person and the presence of that person becomes a problem for you, that's your reflection. But now, if you think of the person, the bothersome is gone.
Okay.
And now, because of that, you can learn how to deal with these kind of people. You'll be able to take more responsibility. But if you hate this part of you, how will you take more responsibility? How will you learn how to deal with these kind of people? And sometimes when it's necessary to cheat, how will you cheat? Here's an
Okay,
example. If you go to a hospital with a patient, let's say I have gone through some small medical problem, you're taking me to the hospital, and there's a doctor who says, give me 1,000 rupees bribe, otherwise I will not heal Mitesh. What will you do at that time? You'll talk about honesty and policy and say, no, no, I don't give bribe. Let Mitesh die. Are you going to say that?
no.
You'll give the 1,000 rupees, you'll say, Le bhai, first take care of my friend. Yes or no?
Obviously.
Sometimes you need to do that. But haven't you seen movies where they'll show a character where they'll let the child die, but they'll not give the bribe?
Yeah, Indian
And
film.
yeah, and when people see that character, they relate to that. They're like, he's right. So then they would always hate the
Shankar
opposite.
films, most of the Shankar films are like that.
So they will always hate the opposites. But the problem is they're not hating the other people, they're just hating part of themselves.
Mm.
And if they heal that part of them, the attraction stops, the frequency stops, because of which they don't meet these kind of people anymore because the lesson is done.
Mm. Okay, one more thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hello.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah. Okay. My father he was not highly successful in his profession. Okay. So I mean, like, he was not a responsible person. That's what I was thinking about him. I then the talk about the marriage. My marriage came by the parents. So I said I'm not ready. I told them I'm afraid. I didn't tell them that I will become like my. I was afraid that I will become like my father,
So
being
Raja, if I may use the word failure,
uh,
you hate failure, right? So when you see your father, what do you see?
That's what I didn't. I don't want to be a failure. I postponed my marriage.
That's what I'm saying, Raja. Repeat with me. I hate being a failure.
I hate being a failure.
I don't want to fail.
I don't want to fail.
So when I see people like my father who failed,
I see people like my father who failed.
they bother me.
Oh,
Their failure bothers me.
failure bothers me. Yeah, it bothers
I
me a
hate
lot.
myself being a failure.
I need myself being a failure.
But
Okay,
Raja,
no
please
problem.
tell me, is failure part of life?
Yes,
Do you need to allow yourself to fail?
yes.
But because you hate that part of you, in your reflection, you hate your father. But what's happening because of that, you're not learning how to fail. And because you're not learning how to fail, you're constantly postponing your marriage. And not just your marriage, you're probably postponing your singing opportunities. You're probably postponing a new business opportunity only because you should not fail. But maybe if you could give yourself, repeat with me, right hand on your heart, repeat with me, I allow myself to fail.
I allow myself to fail.
Everyone do this with me. Come on. I allow myself to fail.
I allow myself to
I
fail.
allow myself to be a failure sometimes.
I allow myself to be a failure
Now,
sometimes.
all of you think of a failure. Come on. In Raja's case, think of your father. All of you think of a person who's a failure. And now check how do you feel about them. Do you hate them right now? Tell me, Raja, what do you feel?
It's okay now.
See? The moment you accept that that part is inside you also, and now when you see that person, the hatred reflection is gone. Boom. So when you see the mirror, you don't see the black color anymore. Imagine there was a black color on your face and you see the mirror and you see the black color. Now the black color is gone from your face. So when you see the mirror, which is who? Your father. Now the black color is gone. So now you don't get bothered when you see your father. Now the same will happen with all the other relationships in your life. Got it. All right. All of you unmute yourself, give him a high five, and say, Raja, congratulations for having the freedom to fail.
Raja,
Raja,
congratulations for
congratulations, Raja, for having
Thank you,
the
Raja.
freedom to
For
fail.
freedom.
Right. Okay. So, for an example here, I'm going to go into an exercise immediately after this. How many people here are extremely disciplined and you like to control everything? Like everything should be this and should be like this, and should be like this and should be like this. Raise your hands. Come on, perfectionist people. Okay. So, for those of you who are like perfectionists, you will hate people who are casual. Yes or no? But listen, because of that, you're not able to live your life freely because you don't allow yourself to be casual sometimes. There's so much stress on your heart all the time because if a part of you goes from hardworking to casual, it is, forget about other people. Part of you will say, hey, hello, what are you doing? Come back, work hard. So what will you do? You'll again sacrifice your casual life and go back to working hard in your life. Yes or no? And you'll try and control every bloody damn thing in your life. Please tell me, can you really control everything in your life? Raise your hands, yes or no? You cannot. So will that bother you more or will that bother you less? It'll bother you more because you're trying to control more in that hatred of, no, things should not go out of control. Yes or no? All of you repeat with me. Controlling is good. Freedom is also good. Is that making sense to you? So in law of attraction, I always say it's not the world of this or that, it's the world of this and that. Write this down, everyone. Law of attraction is not the world of this or that, it's the world of this and that. We can have freedom also and control also. We can have discipline also and casual also. We can be careful also and we can be careless also. How many of you would like that kind of freedom in life? But whenever you get bothered with other kind of people, it's because that part of you you've disowned. Like some of you are too careful every time. Yes or no? So you hate careless people. Some of you who hate careful people, like how many people here are very casual? Like, live for the moment, yaar, chodo, tension nahi lene ka life mein zyada. Raise your hands. How many of you are like this? Whenever you see people who take too much tension, like, kitna tension leta life mein, relax yaar. Now, you're not bothered with them. You're bothered with a part of you that doesn't know how to come into control sometimes. Yes or no? You don't know how to be disciplined sometimes. Yes or no? And then you will ask yourself, I'm trying to work with discipline. I don't know why I'm not able to. I keep postponing things. How do I make an affirmation? Arey, affirmation ka koi fayda nahi hai. You hate the part of you which is disciplined. How many of you can see what I'm saying now? If you could really love that part of you, then you will see disciplined people and you'll be like, wow, what a disciplined person. There's something to learn from this person. And then you learn. Now, here's what happens. How many of you agree the purpose of marriage is happiness? Raise your hands. How many of you agree the purpose of marriage is happiness? Please write this down. Bullshit. Okay? The purpose of marriage is not happiness. I'm telling you now. The purpose of marriage is to help you own your disowned parts. The purpose of marriage is to help you own your disowned parts. All relationship purpose is the same. It's to help you own your disowned parts. Now, here is how. Please write this down. When I appreciate, I can own it. If I criticize, I can never own it. Yes or no? So for an example, Chetan is someone who's extremely, let's say, casual, like relaxed kind of a person. And if he hates people who are always controlling, he will never be able to appreciate people like Akansha who are careful, who are always trying to keep things in a certain way. And if he doesn't appreciate that, he will not be able to own that quality within him. Yes or no? So he will not be balanced within him. If Akansha is someone who's she's trying to make sure that everything is controlled and she doesn't like things which are carefree, so then she will not like that part of Chetan, and what will happen is that she will get bothered by that and she will not own that part of her and she will not be balanced within her. Now both these people will always fight with each other. Are you understanding what I'm saying now? And the conflict will always be about why do you do this and why do you do that? Why are you always so careful? Why do you worry so much? And the other person will say, why don't you worry little bit also? Both is necessary. Can you appreciate some people worrying and can you appreciate some people not worrying at all? Are you understanding? You can appreciate both. And when you learn to be a little worrying kind of a person also, when you learn to be a little careful kind of a person also, both, you'll realize that's when you become complete and you'll realize you can become anything. The potential inside now you is unlimited. Unlimited. Like you can be strong and you can be vulnerable. How many of you know that some of you don't know how to express your emotions? How many people here have this problem? You don't know how to express your emotions. Like you're in a marriage, but you don't know how to express love. You don't know how to express romance. Raise your hands. Okay, I'll tell you. And when you see people in your partners who need too much romance, who expect too much romance, you'll be like, I told you, I love you. Now, how many times can I tell you that I love you? मैं कर रहा हूँ ना प्यार, अभी हूँ ना घर में, कितना प्यार करके दिखाऊं? Now, if you keep getting irritated, you will keep finding people who will keep challenging that part of you. Now, some of you will think, let me do it this way. इस challenge से भागी जाते हैं. So what you do, sometimes you'll divorce. Or, if you don't divorce, if you're smart, you'll just leave the city. You know whom I'm talking about here. Some people are smart. They will not divorce. They'll just go away from the person, physically. But listen to me carefully. Now you'll attract customers who expect too much from you. Tell me if that's true already. Now,
There is
now
no,
you'll expect colleagues
no,
who will expect you to express.
there is no escape, is it?
Yeah, there is no escape. कहीं नहीं भाग सकता राजा. किधर नहीं भाग सकता. Because you're trying to run away from whom, Raja? Yeah, I know
Okay,
that's a very sweet question.
um,
But if you remember, Indu, I asked the same question to Sahil when he told me about you. So I told him once. I remember telling Sahil, my mentor, कि यार I think Sahil, I'll do one thing. मेरे को ना शादी नहीं करनी. He said मत कर, बॉस के रूप में आ जाएगा इंदू टाइप कोई. मैं कहा अरे ये क्या बात हुई? कोई जबरदस्ती है? He says जबरदस्ती की बात नहीं है. You're trying to run away from whom, Raja?
marriage,
No, part of you.
part of you. That is why I attracted this boss. Is
Yes,
who is
yes. I was about to say that's why you attract this boss who will expect you to express. You can't escape it. So you might as well get married and enjoy the life at least.
So my ex, how did I attract? I don't know.
But you attracted, but because you hated the part of that person which you disowned in you, is why the breakup happened.
Mummy daddy didn't say yes, no. That is one major thing. Father, mother didn't say yes.
Has nothing to do with mummy daddy. Part of you hated being strong, part of you hated being aggressive, part of you hated being like a failure. You had to take responsibility and say, Mom and Dad, I don't care what you say. I want to get married to this girl, and you would have taken that decision. But the problem is, if you took that decision, and what if you failed in that marriage? Then what? But you didn't want to allow yourself to fail.
Oh,
So it was easy to say, अच्छा ठीक है मम्मी पापा आप नहीं बोलते हो तो नहीं करता शादी.
mm,
You get what I'm saying? You would have taken the decision if you had the guts to let yourself fail. How many of you can see what's going on here? Everyone, raise your hands. And how many of you can see this is not only about relationships, this is about your entire life. Hello? It's about your entire life. It works in your business, it works in your relationships, it works everywhere. Now let's look at the last example of the opposite of someone who cannot express. How many people here are like really romantic, lovey-dovey, emotional, coochie-coochie? You love dance, you love a little romance, and you expect your partner to be a little romantic and expressive all the time. Raise your hands. Come on. Okay. The moment you see that your partner cannot express, you'll hate that. And I'm telling you from experience, ask Indu. My biggest fight with Indu has been, why don't you show me that you love me? Because I was that emotional type, I was that expressive type, and I said, if I'm showing you romance, why can't you show me romance? If I'm like, I really wanted to, you remember Indu, one of the biggest stupid fights were about, let's go to a pub and dance. Do you remember that? And she's like, मेरे को नहीं आता यार dance करना. And I'm like, you don't love me. Now, what am I creating here? Story. How many of you can see the connection? Story.
I get migraine also.
And then she gets a migraine. So, what I'm trying to say is the more complaints I had with her, it was not about having complaints with her, it's about that I was not accepting that part of me which I'm expecting her to be too much, which is, in her case, if you observe, she's not expressive in that way. And for me, I had disowned that part of me, which could be, and I'll tell you what Indu, and I'll be honest with you, being Indu is more difficult than being Mitesh. I'll clarify how. In a relationship, if a person is giving a lot of love, or rather expressing, I would not say love, expressing romance, expressing I love you and all this, it's easy to be with that person. How many of you agree with me? Okay? But listen to me carefully now. If Indu is not demanding anything from me, she's not demanding anything, like zero. She has not a single demand from me. And she lives with me like I am the best person on this earth, and she knows how ugly I am. Like, she knows everything about me. And she has zero I'm really telling you, like, she doesn't expect me to say I love you to her. She doesn't expect me to be romantic towards her. There are times that on a birthday I've not done something special and she's absolutely cool, like zero reaction. Now question, is it easy to be with that kind of a person or my kind of a person? Zero expectations or 100 expectations? Everyone tell me. Show me 0 or show me 100. Come on. Indu is that person with 0 expectations. I am that person with 100 expectations, and I'm like, You have to do this to show me love. You have to show me that love and this love and that love. And I made it difficult for me to live my life. I hated that part of me that could have zero expectations. And I had this very strong belief, okay, if I had zero expectations from you, then what is the bloody hell use of being a married person? How many of you have this belief कि अगर शादी में इतना भी प्यार नहीं एक्सप्रेस कर सकते तो शादी होके क्या फायदा है? I'm telling you, my friends, you hate that part of you because it goes against your beliefs. And that hatred you will see in your partner's eyes. Every time you see them not expressing, you're like, but actually, you know what? You're not hating them. You're hating the part of you who is so full of expectations, and you don't have the freedom to not expect from her and still love her. Like, I didn't have that capacity that Indu had to have zero expectation and love her the way she loves me back. I'm telling you, I didn't have that capacity. I had to appreciate what she has to accept what she had. Are you understanding now, everyone? I had to appreciate that. When I started really appreciating that part of her and I stopped hating that part of me, now I slowly became a person who would expect less and still love the other person. Now here's the best part. Now, Indu can be Indu, I can be I, and we can still love each other the way we want to. Is that making sense to all of you? So here's the beautiful thing that started happening between me and Indu. The more I accepted her and the more she accepted me, here is the best part. Indu actually became a little more expressive. She started doing things that she cannot believe. Like, her friends can't believe it. Her best friend, Reena, she comes home every once a month or so, and Reena always says, like, I can't believe, Indu, you are like this. You know why she's become like this? She's owned some parts of her through me. And I have become a little more tolerant. I've become more patient. I've become a person who can accept her without any expectations because I've learned that by observing her, by appreciating her. How? By knowing that that part of me is inside me too, and I can accept that part of me. I don't have to hate that part of me. How many of you can say relationship can be very easy, not if you love the other person, but first if you loved every single part of whom? Hello? Yourself. Are you clear, everyone? So let's do one thing now. Forget the theory. Let's do the exercise. Come on, quickly. Take a notepad, take a blank page, and write down the title as My Negative Reflections. Come on, go. My Negative Reflections. My Negative Reflections. And what I want you to do on this is this. On this page, I want you to write down all those things that bother you about other people. And who are those people? So make 3 columns, okay? Make 3 columns. The first column is who bothers you the most. Who bothers you the most? Second column, what do they bother you about? What do they bother you about? So for an example, I may write Indu, first column. Second column I'm writing is what bothers me about Indu is, let's say, her short temper. Second, again, Indu. Second column, what bothers me about her is that she's not expressive. Now in the third column, I want you to write down, I accept this part of me. Just write that statement. I accept this part of me, because I'm not hating Indu, I'm hating that part of me, of a part of me that needs to be angry sometimes, and I hate that part of me of being angry. But I need to learn to be angry. But if I hate that part of me, I'll never appreciate that part of Indu. Is everybody getting what I'm saying here? So column number 1, name. Column number 2, negative emotion or negative habit that you hate about the other person or you dislike about the other person or something that you get bothered by. Third, simple statement, I accept this part of me. Do the exercise. Tell me how you feel in 5 minutes. Come on. 3 or 5 minutes. Let's do it now. Let's go. I'm going to keep some music on for all of you.
Consistent complaints.
You want me to do the sharing, Indu?
No, they have to include consistent complaints.
Yes. So this is where you include all your rackets, everyone. That's why we did the rackets part first, so that you could now understand that all your rackets are a result of your reflections. If you want, write this down. All my rackets are a result of my reflections, right? Whatever I complain about the other person, whatever story I'm making about the other person is because I hate that part of me. Okay, let's go for it. Even if you're watching this on a recording, guys, please make sure. So even if you're watching this on a recording, please make sure that you make a list of people whom you're angry with, upset with, hurt by, whatever. Name, negative emotion, third column, just write down, I accept myself the way these people are. I accept these parts of me. Okay? Please do this exercise now.